Russia and Minster schools were only separated by about 13 miles, yet the two baseball teams took different paths to get to the state championship game. In the semifinals, the Wildcats scored 3 runs at the top of the first, and that was more than enough for Aaron Ernst as he threw the shutout over top-rated Toronto to reach the championship game. While the Raiders, well, they were tied at 6 in the bottom of the 7th against Dalton when Evan Monier came through with a game-winning RBI. Second meeting of the season, Raiders won the first 17-6 in both teams' second game of the year. Top of the second, Russia's Hunter Cohey on second for the state semifinal hero, and Evan Monier delivers again. Singles into left field, Cohey scores, Raiders with the 1-0 lead. Bottom of the third, Wildcats threatening. 2 on, just 1 out for Alex Lemkool. Hard hit ball up the middle, but Daniel Kearns gets a glove on it, doesn't field it cleanly. Plenty of time to cut down the lead runner at third, preserving the Raider lead. Top of the fourth, Wildcats turn to flash the leather as Isaac Schmeezing lays out to make the grab from his shortstop position in the home half. Minster with a runner on third, but 2 out. Still looking for their first base hit of the game. Look no longer. Adam Kanapke goes the opposite field. Bryce Schmeezing scores. Wildcats tied up at 1 after 4. Top of the 5th, Jack Heitbrink remaining in control. Sophomore with the strikeout. He'd only allow 5 hits in 7 innings of work. In the 6th, Raiders threatening. Men on the corners, 2 outs for hot-hitting Hunter Cohey, already with 2 hits in the game, but flies out to center field to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th now, Wildcats with a runner on second. Isaac Dorston at the dish, facing relief pitcher Jack DePore. The junior shuts the door, gets the K. Game remains tied after 6. Top of the 7th, Raiders a man on after an error, but Heitbrink, just a sophomore, doesn't get rattled. His 5th strikeout of the game keeps it at 1-1. Minster looking for some walk-off magic. Jared Hilsman on second, 2 down for John Niemeyer. Flare down the line. Clay George can't make the catch. Hilsman comes in with a game-winning run. 2-1 the final in dramatic fashion as Minster wins their 3rd state title, all since 2011. 10 seniors, many disappointed after losing the football state title game in December. They now head off to their senior trip as state champions thanks to stellar pitching and timely hitting.
You're as good as your seniors. And we had a pretty good class this year. I'm pleased, happy for them, you know, and what a way to end it on this stage. I know these guys are all excited because we just won 3 in the last 7 years, and that doesn't even get to me right now, but it will on the way home.
It's just pure joy. I mean, there's not a better feeling than having a dog pile on the pitcher's mound at the end of a game after a state championship.
I don't know. It's amazing. It's pretty much the same feel. I mean, state champions, it's something else.
Baseball is important to those guys right now. Baseball is the most important thing in the world. They're going to have a loud bus ride home, I can tell you that.
Our pitching did outstanding in the tournament. They gave up a total of, I think that's 4 runs this whole tournament. So that's amazing. I mean, our pitching really, that's part of the reason why we're here. Most of the reason, I should say.
Well, I knew they were great hitters. I had to spot fastballs. I knew I had a great defense behind me. I knew if I could just throw strikes, I would have a good defense to pick me up.
The efforts that Aaron Ernst gave in all of our semifinals and the efforts that Jack gave as a sophomore, I said after the district final when we beat Parkway, it's enjoyable watching a young man grow up doing something that he loves. And Jack really owned up to this. It was funny because I looked at Johnny Niemeyer. Johnny was the guy that had the last hit, but I told Johnny before the game, I said, I need you to sit by Jack Heitbrink and make sure he's calm. So we're done with infield. I'm just come out of ground rules. I come back, and everybody's up front, and Johnny Niemeyer sitting on the bench with Jack Heitbrink, and I look at him and I shake my head, and I gave him a wink, and that was it.
As we were going in, we were like, it's walk-off time, it's walk-off time. Just keep saying that, and it happened, I guess.
We put our hands in the air and we said walk-off, because that's how 2012 ended, was a walk-off. It was a ground ball through the hole to left field. This was a fly ball to left field. Johnny goes oppo, and it's amazing.
I was like, I want in this situation, and thankfully I got into it. It was a dream come true. I was like, I dreamed this moment my whole life, and I was kind of nervous at first, but then I just took it all in and realized this was my moment.
I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't know for sure until it hit the ground, honestly.
The strength of our schedule gets us here, and then you got to go right back to our schedule to get this. You know, Russia's very worthy of being here. They really are. They had just as tough as road to get here, going through Laramie and Newark Catholic in Springfield. Bunch of quality kids in that dugout. They're 13 miles from us. Our kids know their kids. Our fans are talking to their fans before the game in the tailgates outside. That's the fun of our area. The small school energy that the crowd brings. It's something I will never forget these moments.
Rusche's third trip to the state tournament ends up with their second state runner-up finish to go along with the 1971 title. More from Columbus after the break.